Hey guys, Juice here today back for another video. And yeah, we're going to be looking at the FA Cup prediction for the fixtures for tomorrow's game. We'll be playing on Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's get into it. So tomorrow's game at 7:30, Burnley will be taking on Leicester, and it's going to be at Burnley's ground. And yeah, it's going to be a really good game as well. Um, yeah, Burnley did play well against City. At first, Burnley, they will be doing really good. They did lose against City at first. Didn't have the best result, but I think they will bounce back, and they got Leicester, and that will be an interesting game to see because Leicester in the Championship they've been doing really well. They've been flying. They've been putting a good work, great performance. They've been cooking teams for the season as well, and they've been beating everyone, and they've been top of the Championship so far in the season. So when you look at it, Leicester had a good season in the Championship, so it looks like they are really a strong side at the moment. Bournemouth as well, and yeah, both teams gonna have a good battle. It's gonna be a good competition between both teams to see which one will be victorious and who can come on top. So for that game, it's gonna be a really good game, but ooh, it's going to be tough for Bournemouth because Leicester are a pretty strong side. So I'm going to go for. It's going to be really tough. Ooh, I don't know what I'm going to go for, but I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think a 2-2 draw. I'll go for a 2-2 draw, and it should go to a replay. Apparently, I think it should go replay. It will be at Leicester's ground. So I'm going to go 2-2. And yeah, so anyways, we'll move on. Blackburn Roses will be taking on Newcastle. Despite of Newcastle, they lost against Arsenal last weekend. Losing to 4-1 at the Emirates. It's not a great result for Newcastle as well. You know, they haven't really played that great. They just lost against Arsenal. But despite of other results, they are doing really well. It's just that Newcastle needs to turn it around and try and get a result. But now on the other side of it, they got Blackburn Roses for the FA Cup coming up tomorrow. So it's not going to be a really easy. It's going to be easy, but I think it's going to be a little bit difficult because Blackburn Roses can be a little bit difficult. But I think Newcastle should pull it through and turn it around after a 4-1 defeat against Arsenal. So for that prediction, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Newcastle. I think they should go through and qualify for the next one as well. And yeah, and also, who else? Chelsea got Leeds United. And yeah, Chelsea, after that embarrassment loss against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, Chelsea looked horrendous on that day, yesterday. Absolutely terrible, shocking performance. And if they don't get past Leeds United in the FA Cup tomorrow, that's another title competition gone for Chelsea. It's looking really shocking. And to get even worse, Pochettino is still, he's still under pressure and after that defeat. So Chelsea's going to have a rough day as well. And they are in 11th place in the table in the Premier League. But Leeds United, despite of that, they got a big win against Leicester, in their ground. It's kind of crazy, 3-1. Yeah, so Leeds United can be a different side, but what I heard, Leeds United are really, really doing well for the season, and they've been doing really good. So it's gonna be a really difficult game for Chelsea. But the question is, can Chelsea turn it around after that defeat against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final when they lost? Well, the question is, we have to find out for that game. But from my prediction, it's not looking good for Chelsea. I'm gonna go for a no. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win Leeds United. I'm gonna go for a shock. 2-1 win Leeds United. I think Chelsea at that rate, they better do something. If they don't, I could see a Leeds United win this game. So it's not going to be a very easy for Chelsea. But yeah, I'm going for a 2-1 win Leeds United. And yeah, so anyways, we'll move on to the Wednesday. So Wednesday, Man United got Nottingham Forest. Another loss for Man United against Fulham last week on Saturday when they lost to them 2-1 at Old Trafford as well. Yeah, so Man United still needs to bounce back with another victory. And could they do it tomorrow against Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest, they haven't been playing that really well. They're still in 17th in the table. Yeah, it's not looking good for them. They need to like seriously bounce back after another defeat as well. It's kind of a shocking, but yeah, both teams needs to win. Is a must win for one of them for tomorrow's for the FA Cup. Who's gonna get knocked out? So yeah, so my prediction for the game, Man United should win this. So I'm gonna go 2-1 United. So Man United should win it. So I'm gonna go 2-1. And yeah, so anyway, we'll move on to the next one. Wolves will be taking on Brighton. Ooh, that's a really good game to be honest. Both teams are playing really well. Wolves just beat Sheffield United yesterday 1-0 with a huge win. Now they move on. They move up to eighth place in the table in the Premier League, and that's the highest Newcastle in the league so far in the season that Newcastle can go. Really impressed with Newcastle performance. They're putting an amazing job. They're putting a really excellent performance, Newcastle. And Brighton as well. Yeah, Brighton are doing really good as well. And yeah, they've been, getting results, decent results as always. And they're putting on some good performance. Despite of Brighton getting a draw against Everton, yeah, Brighton are doing really good. So it's going to be a really good game for both teams. Good game for, to see who's going to win at the end. But it's going to be really tough. But I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw because I think it could go to replay. Because I think there's going to be some goals in both teams and it's going to go to replay. It depends whose ground is it. But I'm looking forward to this game. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. And yeah, so I think that, and anyways, guys, we got Man City taking on Luton. Is that Luton's ground? And looking at it right now, yeah, Luton is kind of a tough opponent. I wouldn't say it's really tough. I'll say it's difficult for us because we beat Bournemouth 1-0 last week. It was a fair result, and we will take a 1 point. We'll take like a 3 points victory. But despite of it, we haven't been that great in the road lately because you know we still need to score more goals and put more power because scoring one goal ain't good enough. We need to score more goals, but a 1-0 win against Bournemouth is alright. But tomorrow's game we got Luton to deal with, so it's not going to be an easy game in the FA Cup because you know what Luton are capable of. They're just a team that will turn up where it matters. So we just need to make sure we put them away as possible before Luton turns up and get the momentum going. So we can't let that happen. But you know what? Despite of that, I think we should be able to get there and get a result against Luton tomorrow. So for that, I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win. I think we will concede, but I think we'll get a win at the end. So we should win that game and move on to the next one. So anyways, we'll move on. Last game not least, Liverpool take on Southampton. Ooh, that's an interesting game because another team, Southampton, are a really good side at the moment. Liverpool, after that win against Chelsea in the final for the Carabao Cup, they've been really excellent. Liverpool are really impressed. I'm really impressed with the players. Virgil van Dijk was the man of the match. I think, be honest, I think Konate was the man of the match. With the 1v1 against one of the Chelsea players as well. And Konate was composure. He was on point yesterday. He was amazing. Virgil van Dijk, if he was a man of the match, yeah, I kind of agree. He does deserve it, with that goal, with the header as well, lead to Liverpool in the finals to win and beat Chelsea. But tomorrow's game, they got Southampton. It's not going to be easy, but I think Liverpool should beat them because it's at Anfield. So yeah, it's going to beat them. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win Liverpool. Actually, no, I'm going to go. So yeah, they do have a couple injuries. So, ooh, you know what? I'm going to go for. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go for like 2-0 win Liverpool. So Liverpool should win like 2 goals to beat Southampton. Southampton are a good side, don't get me wrong, but I think Liverpool will win it and go for the next one as well. So yeah, and last not least, we got a game that is coming up tonight. West Ham will be taking on Brentford, and yeah, it's both teams who are they lost their games back to back. Disappointed, that Brentford lost. West Ham lost 2 games, one against Arsenal and the other one against Nottingham Forest. So yeah, so both teams must have a must win. But the question is, who's gonna win tonight, and and bounce back for a win after those horrendous results last week for one of them. But I can see West Ham winning the game because Barquer is back from injury. But the question is, would he be starting in the bench? Would he be starting or would he be bench? That's the question. And Calvin Phillips is still suspended after that Nottingham Forest game. So yeah, so West Ham do have a strong team and they could put a strong lineup, but against Brentford it will be a very difficult side because despite of Brentford losing to Liverpool and City, I think it's going to be a really tough game. But I think for my prediction for that one, I think West Ham must get a win today. If they don't, you know what? David Moyes is still under pressure as well. So if he doesn't win against Brentford, there's going to be more pressure to David Moyes as well. He has to go away. He has to go, you know, away to Everton, and he's got at home against Burnley as well. They should beat Burnley comfortably because Burnley are not really a great team as well. So I'm not saying like Burnley are bad. It's just that Burnley are like they're not on form. They're not really doing well, and they've been losing games back to back. So West Ham should beat them comfortably at home at London Stadium the week after. So West Ham should win those 3 games remaining tonight against Brentford, but we have to wait and see. So for my prediction, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win West Ham. I think West Ham should win it, but it's gonna be really tough. But I'm hoping they get a win so that they can just bounce back after that terrible defeat result. Anyway, guys, have a great day, guys. I hope you enjoy and smash a like, comment down below, and I'll see you next week for the video. But I'll see you this week for the Manchester Derby, Man City, Man United, guys. So, anyways, have a great day and bye.